Hey, how's it going? It's Levi here. A few weeks ago, I was trying to record some guitar and I encountered some weird distortion coming from my speaker. I was just trying to record a clean tone. Unfortunately, my clean doesn't really sound good. And this led me kind of down a rabbit hole where I discovered a problem I had not known existed. So basically, the problem is called voice coil rub. And basically what it is it's exactly what it sounds like. It's when the voice coil is rubbing up against something that's next to the voice coil, right? So this creates a friction. So when it's vibrating back and forth, making that sound, it creates a weird distortion. It's not the type of distortion we want in a guitar sound. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you what I did to remedy it in my case and what worked for me. And I hope this is useful for you. Let's get into it. So voice coil rub can happen for a lot of reasons, but in my scenario, it was a really simple fix. I opened up the back of the cab and took a look at the speakers and how they were mounted. I actually pulled them out of the cab as well, just so I can kind of see what's going on. And once I pulled those speakers out, I could tell with the offending speaker that something was wrong. The frame of the speaker had actually become warped a little bit and had a little bit of a curvature to it. Now this was due to me only putting 3 screws to mount it instead of the 4 that you're supposed to. And basically what had happened is you had like uneven pressure on the speaker for like a decade, and that caused it to kind of warp a little bit. So what I did is I just pulled it out and I left it out of the cab for a little while just to kind of like hopefully let it kind of, you know, come back to its normal shape, which luckily it did. And then I mounted it back in the cabinet with 4 screws, mounting it in place, making sure not to over tighten it. And I plugged it in and tested it and I was blown away. The voice coil rub was gone. So if you're running into voice coil rub, before you go ahead and buy new speakers or buy a new cab or take your amp to get serviced, just take a look at the speakers and if they're mounted properly. Sometimes even just unmounting it and remounting it can help solve that problem. You can test for voice coil rub by gently pressing on the speaker cone, just like in and out, to see if when you press it up and down, if it's creating that friction-y kind of sound. Ultimately, a speaker should be able to move freely if you push on the cone, but of course, if you're gonna do that, just be careful. You don't wanna damage your cone. I would say if this doesn't solve it, you might want to take your speaker to an amp technician or someone that might be able to take a look and see if they can repair the speaker or just buy a new speaker. It depends on the scenario, but sometimes guitar speakers are just not worth repairing, but it depends. It depends on your situation. Anyways, I hope this is helpful. This was one of these things that like I had no knowledge about prior to encountering this problem. And I totally thought it was something else at first, but it turns out it was just that the speaker wasn't mounted properly. So don't mount your speakers like that and you'll be fine. Anyways, if you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments below or leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.